Attention passionate Atlanta, Falcons fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC South and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Atlanta Falcons' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Atlanta Falcons fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Atlanta, FALCONS, FANS. Let's get to the news now. If you've been paying close attention to the NFL landscape lately, you know that the offseason is shaping up to be one of the most intriguing in recent memory, especially for us Falcons fans who are always hungry for big moves that can elevate our team to the next level. And the buzz right now is centered around a potential blockbuster trade involving Myles Garrett, the dominant edge rusher from the Cleveland Browns. This isn't just some rumor floating around. Insider sources are practically heating up the screens with the possibility of Garrett heading south to Atlanta in exchange for 2 first-round picks. Yeah, you heard that right, 2 first-rounders. That's a bold move, but one that could dramatically reshape the NFL's power dynamics, especially in the NFC South. The Cleveland Browns, currently sitting at a disappointing 5-10 in 2025, are facing a crossroads. Their defense has been underwhelming, to say the least. Their run defense has allowed an alarming 140 yards per game on the ground, which is a big red flag, especially considering the league's shift towards more balanced offenses. With Deshaun Watson's EPA pass rating at 15, it's clear that their offensive side isn't firing on all cylinders either, making the Browns a team in rebuild mode, pondering tough decisions to get back to contender status. One of those decisions could be trading away Garrett, who has been a cornerstone of their defense. Let's talk about Garrett's impact. This guy is a game changer, no doubt. He's the kind of player who can flip the script in a game with a single sack or pressure. In 2025, Garrett exploded with 14 sacks, 38 pressures, and 17 tackles for loss, along with 3 forced fumbles. His PFF grade stands at an impressive 98, and he has a plus 0.25 EPA per rush, which is elite. His win rate is at 21%, and he's often double-teamed at a 70% rate. That's how much offenses fear him. Imagine him in Atlanta's defense, where he could be the centerpiece of a pass rush that's been inconsistent at best. Historically, Garrett has accumulated 120 sacks over his career, with 150 tackles for loss and an overall PFF grade of 89. 6. He's dealt with injuries, notably a shoulder injury in Week 6 of 2023 that kept him out for 2 games, but when healthy, he's a relentless force. His presence on the field is comparable to the kind of impact J.J. Watt had during his peak. Watt's trade in 2024 to the Steelers, which resulted in 19 additional sacks, showed how a single player can elevate a team's pass rush to new heights. The Browns might be hesitant to let Garrett go, but the potential return of 2 first-round picks could be tempting, especially if they're looking to rebuild and acquire young talent or cap space. Now, let's shift gears and look at what Garrett could bring to the Falcons. The numbers are eye-popping. If he joins Atlanta, projections suggest we'd see around 12 more sacks per season, which would immediately boost our pass rush. That's a significant upgrade, especially considering our current edge rushers like Judon, who graded at 82, 4 with 6 sacks this past season. Garrett's addition could push our sack total from a modest 30 to over 42, making us one of the more feared pass-rushing units in the league. On top of that, his presence would help us cut down the yards allowed per run from 135 to around 105 yards per game, a 20% improvement in run defense, which has been a sore spot for us. Imagine Garrett lining up opposite Judon, creating nightmares for offenses on 3rd downs, forcing teams into long-yardage situations. His ability to generate pressure consistently would open up opportunities for our secondary and linebackers to make plays. Plus, Garrett's pressure rate is +1. 6 pressures per snap, and he draws about 16% more double-team blocks than our current edge rushers, which means he's a proven game wrecker who demands constant attention. This would allow us to unleash our other pass rushers and linebackers more freely, creating a more aggressive, relentless defense. In terms of how this impacts our overall team strategy, Garrett's addition would complement our existing pieces like Judon and elevate the unit's overall performance. Our pass rush would go from being a decent, sometimes inconsistent force to a top-tier element of our defense, which is crucial in today's NFL, where the passing game rules. And let's not forget, A stronger pass rush leads to more turnovers, averaging +1. One takeaways per game, which could be the difference maker in close games or playoff scenarios. From a broader perspective, this potential move fits perfectly into the Falcons' current trajectory. We're a team that's been steadily building, with young talent and a clear plan to contend. The addition of Garrett would send a message to the league that Atlanta isn't just a team on the rise, we're serious contenders. Our offense is already potent with Bijan Robinson and Drake London, but football is about winning on both sides of the ball. Strengthening our pass rush with a player of Garrett's caliber could be the final piece in that puzzle, making us a true playoff and Super Bowl threat. Looking at the bigger picture of the NFL, Garrett's trade value is sky high, with odds for the Super Bowl around +10-0, but if he joins Atlanta, those odds could improve dramatically, perhaps dropping to +4-0 or even lower, especially if our defense starts to dominate. Garrett would be the ultimate X-factor in our trenches during the playoffs, where controlling the line of scrimmage often determines who advances and who goes home. His ability to disrupt the quarterback and stuff the run could be the catalyst for us making a deep postseason run, turning our defense into one of the league's most feared units. Of course, the Falcons would need to navigate the cap space issue, as Garrett commands a hefty salary, around $30 million, and we currently have only about $1.2 million in cap space. That means some creative moves, restructures, or releases would need to happen during the offseason. But with the right strategy, this trade could become a reality, and the benefits could far outweigh the costs. It's a bold move, but one that could elevate our defense to elite status, helping us finally get over the hump after years of playoff heartbreak. On the flip side, for the Browns, losing Garrett would be a significant blow, particularly in the AFC North, where their division rivals like the Ravens are already strong on defense. Without Garrett, their pass rush would suffer a 22% dip, and they'd need to find other ways to generate pressure. But for Atlanta, this is a rare opportunity to land a game-changing talent that could redefine our defense and ultimately our season. So, Falcons fans, this could be one of those off-season moves that get talked about for years to come. A move that signifies our serious intent to contend now and in the future. It's a gamble, sure, but in the NFL, you have to take risks to win big, and Garrett's talent is undeniable. The potential upgrade on our defense, the boost to our Super Bowl odds, and the message it sends to the league that Atlanta is here to stay and ready to dominate make this a story worth watching closely over the coming weeks. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Atlanta Falcons news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Now I want to hear from you, Falcons fans. What's your take on this potential blockbuster trade? Do you think Garrett would be the missing piece that takes us to the Super Bowl? Or do you believe it's too much to give up for a single player? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because your opinion matters so much to us and to the Falcons. Remember, this offseason is shaping up to be one of the most exciting in recent memory, and we'll be here every step of the way to keep you updated on every twist and turn. So stay tuned, keep the faith, and let's see what the future holds for our Atlanta Falcons. We're on the rise, and with moves like this, the sky's the limit.